Hello and welcome. Today's project is all about a very powerful technique for when you're struggling with anxiety and you expect some uncertainty in your near future that you have to contend with, and adding more certainty, adding more order to the unknown that you're in, right? So, for example, if you're expecting to go to work tomorrow and you're feeling anxious about it because you're wondering, what if I don't get enough sleep tonight and then I don't perform properly at work tomorrow and then I embarrass myself in front of other people and I don't do a good job, I make a mistake, I have anxiety tomorrow, how am I going to get through that day? So this technique will help you to handle that aspect, right, of what you're going through. How do you handle the uncertainty of tomorrow's anxiety? What can you do right now? So that's what anxiety recovery is all about. Adding more order to the chaos that you're in, because anxiety sufferers are so far out into the unknown and they're afraid of the uncertainty, but also they need to develop this bravery that they can handle those situations and survive, and it won't be as bad as they thought it would be. But also, how can you manifest the positives in your life if you've always been manifesting the negatives? So it's important to get in touch and understand the unconscious part of yourself. The 95% of who you are, that's the unconscious mind, the big part of the iceberg underneath the surface. And in that unconscious mind is where your memories are stored. It's where beliefs are formed, and that's where values are. Your values hierarchy is in your unconscious mind. Traumas, repressed high emotional memories are stored. It's your programming. That's where your programs are. So we need to tackle and infiltrate the parts of ourselves that have that programming. And how do you do that? And this technique will help you to infiltrate and speak a different language to the unconscious part of yourself. And when you start to speak this language your unconscious understands, then you will unconsciously start to manifest that language that you want in the outside world. And I noticed this when I would do this manifestation movie exercise the night before and the day of. I had something very important, and I noticed that the day was a lot better than it could have been. And not only that, but I was less anxious about the day, because the mind, when it's ruminating over that uncertainty, it's trying to understand and make that uncertainty into something known to you, right? Something that is certain. And because it's uncertain, it's a problem. So your mind is like trying to solve this Rubik's Cube of the problem of tomorrow's job interview or tomorrow's on the job training or whatever you're anxious about and uncertain of. And so when you sit and do this exercise, you are showing the unconscious mind that, hey, this is what I want to manifest. This is what I expect tomorrow, what I expect for tomorrow. But also, I think mainly it's you're voluntarily confronting the dragon that you want to repress and not pay attention to, right? We hear a lot of spiritual teachers nowadays like Eckhart Tolle and Deepak Chopra, who are amazing, and I look up to them and I admire them so deeply. But to live in the moment right now, when I expect something uncertain to happen to me tomorrow or later today, is just, it's not going to happen, because my mind is just going to bring me back to this Rubik's Cube of a problem that my mind is trying to solve. And then how can I live presently and enjoy the moment when there's this problem, there's this uncertainty, there's this dragon. And so this exercise allows you to confront that dragon and basically solve the cube. Maybe not completely solve it, but you're solving it enough so that your anxiety moves from like a level 8 or a 9 or a 10 to a 4. Right now you're more comfortable in your own skin to what is going to happen tomorrow. So I want to guide you through this exercise right now. It's called the manifestation movie exercise. Now, what I do when I expect something uncertain tomorrow, I have a job interview, I have, I don't know, just going to work even, right? I have something that is causing me some sort of distress. And some people look at it as excitement, but to an anxiety sufferer, they see it as like some dragon of chaos, or that's how they perceive it, right? And so what I do is I go into a room that's quiet where I'm alone, or it could be in your car, doesn't matter, it could be in a bathroom stall, wherever you feel comfortable and alone and safe and just no one's going to distract you. Sit there and just close your eyes and do some meditative breathing. So I recommend the 5 by 5 by 6 breathing. I know on this channel I've said different other kinds of breathings, but for this exercise, just do the 5 by 5 by 6. So what that means is breathe 5 seconds in through the nose. Pause for 5. And exhale for 6. And do a few rounds of that. See, I already feel relaxed just by doing one round. So you sit, close your eyes, you do a few rounds of that, and then all you have to do is, so I have this exciting thing, event, birthday party, social gathering, job interview, whatever it is, tomorrow, doctor's appointment, and I will visualize how I want the day to go. So go through the day from morning until night. Watch yourself in third person, like you're a fly on the wall. And watch yourself get up in the morning from bed. Your shoulders are back. You look confident. You look like you're ready to take on the day. Maybe you're smiling. Maybe you strike a power pose. Imagine the day the way you really want it to go. So imagine you getting yourself ready for the job interview, whatever it is. You're looking confident, you get on your favorite clothes, you look good, you get in your car, you're driving, you look confident, your shoulders are back. Imagine yourself going into that doctor's appointment, into that situation, and looking confident. You're doing it, you're going through the motions. You may even feel anxious going through it, but that's a sign that it's working, because you're feeling tense, because you're feeling those strong emotions. The brain doesn't know the difference between what's imagined and what's really happening. So doing a visualization exercise like this is targeting the unconscious mind where your fear response is located, right? So when you're visualizing this, you're feeling anxious, but that's a sign it's working. But sit with it, sit with the feelings, go through the feelings, but also keep the ideal scenario in your mind. Go through it. How do you talk to those people in that scenario? What does your posture look like? What does your breathing look like? Go through the height of the traumatic moment that you're afraid of. Maybe it's getting that needle. Like me in my past, I was terrified of needles, so I would visualize myself getting a needle. I would feel the sensations, the difficulty, breathing, and like even sitting there in my own home, just imagining it, I would feel the uneasiness, and then after the needle I would imagine myself getting up and confidently, and just talking to the nurse, interacting with her positively, saying, oh, that wasn't so bad, and I'm strong, I've done this many times, faking it until you make it type of thing. Walking out of the building and imagining myself with strong confidence and posture, and like radiating this positivity, and feeling the emotions of conquering the thing that you were afraid of is really important. So the aftermath of what it would be like, how does it feel after going through that whole situation, and then doing something you enjoy afterwards, making sure that you have something planned after the situation that you can do to give back to yourself, that you can look forward to. For me, it was, after this stressful event, going to the doctors and getting a needle, I'm going to go and watch my favorite movie when I get home. And that's it. Or I'm going to go home and I'm going to have a hot bath and read a book that I really want to read. Or listen to an album that I've been looking forward to listening to in the car on the way home. I can't wait to listen to that album, or I can't wait to go home and be with, my kids, or be with my partner, whatever it is. Having that reward set up for you is really important as well. So that's the exercise. After you visualize that whole experience, how you want the day to go, the aftermath, what you're excited about afterwards, and making sure you go through the height of the trauma. Afterwards, all you have to do is open up your eyes and go about your day. And I'm sure after you go through this experience, you will feel lighter. Your anxiety will have lessened quite a bit. And that's the exercise. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do this exercise whenever you expect anything anxiety producing to happen, any anxiety producing situation to happen in the future. Do this exercise. It'll set you up. It'll speak to your unconscious mind. You'll confront the dragon before you actually confront the dragon. So you're desensitizing yourself before you actually get and place yourself in that situation. So it's really, really powerful. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, leave a comment if you have any comments or questions, or go to unpluganxiety.com and check out my anxiety recovery program, which is over there as well, and my one-on-one coaching. Lastly, do not let anxiety define who you are. I will see you on the next podcast or video. Bye for now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell so that whenever a new video of mine appears, you will be one of the first to know. Namaste.